Hello, Army of Light, boots on the ground. Shauna L. Francis here, and today is February 5th, 2023. Thanks so much for joining me for channeling Queen Elizabeth. Today, the Queen was again more reflective. I would say some very carefully chosen words about where we're going with this information. Heartfelt, a lot of heartfelt emotion today. More resolve in her than we've had in the past. I'm excited to continue on this journey with her, with all of you. I decided to skip the elevator today, excuse me, and just said, I'm ready whenever you are. And she came through and she said, thank you, Shauna. And I'll get right into it here. This information on display for the masses, many dots being connected as we speak, creating the lines that will carry this information far. This is in motion. Shauna, every day we will continue to craft these messages carefully, thoughtfully, and with love. Allow the energetic tone of these frequencies to ring out, which in turn will be heard by those whose frequencies resonate. You and I, she said, won't need to worry too much about how the message gets transmitted and how it is received. Our focus, Shauna, is just making sure that the message gets delivered. And I realize that it may not be every day, but this is the goal. The same basic schedule we've been keeping, creating this content, releasing these frequencies, this tone. This is our first priority, Shauna. It's interesting because, I've been wondering, what do I do to help amplify these messages? And I've got a few of you who have reached out and who are helping me, who are ready to help me whenever I need in terms of marketing or distribution or promotion. And really, I talked to Melchizedek and they said, we've got this covered. The audience is perfect right where it's at right now. So that's you guys. That these are other things happening outside of really my process, and it's just about allowing and trusting. So she reiterated this today, so I don't have to worry about all these things that I would normally worry about as a marketer. Just, how do we make sure people are seeing these messages, hearing them? That's really not my concern right now. It's just a matter of Elizabeth and I getting the messages out. That's the big priority. All right. And then there was a pause there. I said, thank you, Elizabeth, whenever you'd like to continue. And she said, the Bible makes reference to these times, Shauna. The great upheaval where the righteous shall inherit the earth, a resurrection and a recovery. And she paused there, and I saw clearly the words Psalms 3-4. And I'm like, okay, hello, did I just see that? Yes, okay. So I went and I found my Bible, which was just right here because I had just unpacked it last month. Thank God for that, because I don't normally have this handy. And I said, Elizabeth, are you wanting me to pull this up and read this? And she said, yes, Shauna, there are passages here that may help you and the collective team with the coming onslaught of fear and anger. So my particular Bible here is 1982, the King James Version. Psalms are part of the Old Testament. Psalms 3, I will read this. I'll just read 3 here. Bear with me, guys. It says here, a psalm of David when he fled from Absalom, his son. David, if this is the same David, I'm pretty ignorant with the Bible, but this is the one who killed Goliath, David and Goliath. Okay. Lord, how they have increased who trouble me. Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of me, there is no help for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory and the one who lifts up my head. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me from his holy hill. I lay down and I slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000 people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you have struck all my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. So, 10,000 people against David, and the Lord keeping him safe. So I thought that was really interesting. It was very cool. This is the first time, I think, in a channeling that somebody's wanted the Bible to be brought up. So that was exciting. Also makes me nervous because I'm not really familiar with the Bible. All right. She continued here. The Bible has many parables and messages and lines within to help with these trying times, Shauna. We see how the light wins through the Bible. It was written so long ago. Now we help make it so through our contributions in our own unique ways to carry the light of Christ consciousness of the Holy Spirit through our voices and through our fields. Shauna, she said, we've always had the tools and the answers and the know-how, but the dark swath of negativity has kept it out of reach for most people. These moments and these times where self-reflection becomes critical to one's understanding of the world in which we live and where we each fit. This important step cannot be skipped. She's talking about self-reflection here. This important step cannot be skipped. It's an important link between the old world and the new world that we create every moment from within us. Can you look back with this self-reflection and truly offer yourself unconditional acceptance and love? One must not stop self-reflecting until this point has been reached. I'll repeat that. Can you look back with this self-reflection and truly offer yourself unconditional acceptance and love? One must not stop self-reflecting until this point has been reached. Acceptance and self-love. Because the truth is that we are all divine. We've all had incredible lessons. We all come from the same shared frequencies, the one shared source. For those who cling to the idea that others should be damned, should be held in contempt, should be scorned and judged, you shall begin to realize that you place yourself right there in that same predicament. And this is also a travesty. She said here, energetically, it is not possible to withhold love and light from another and not do that directly to yourself. That is just how this experience works. I'll say too, Melchizedek talks a lot about this throughout all of their books, through Paul Selig and such, and through us too. You cannot damn another and keep yourself in the light. You can't damn yourself and hold others in the light. You've got to, all of us together, be raised to the light. Melchizedek has also said through Paul Selig, what you damn damns you back. So same idea here. She said here, we are all one. We all experienced what we'd consider our darkest hours. We've all explored the different parts of the never-ending spectrum of light that contains all shades and tones. We've explored all of it, every one of us. You cannot judge somebody until you've walked a mile in their shoes. We have all walked a mile in each other's shoes many, many times. It's the nature of this existence. Still, she said, on some level, we all want to be walking a path that leads us to more love, more light, a general evolution of the soul. Passing the ring past not, ever expanding our capacity for love and understanding, expanding our consciousness, grasping for those tendrils of truth that are always just out of reach of our fingertips, keeping us moving, propelling us forward with a deep desire to experience that truth, to know that truth, and to be it. As we set out today, she said, to understand just how dark, just how devoid of light, devoid of truth existence can become, we get to experience the immense joy and pleasure of allowing our collective soul to experience differently, to evolve, to move beyond an experience which no longer serves. Yet there will always be the full spectrum between light and dark. These times, she said, may be referred to as a collective reckoning. Through our united heart, like the strength of 1,000 oxen, we lift out of the depths of the black murky mud that which has been hidden for so very long. Resurrection and then recovery, she repeated that. We must not allow our hearts to be crushed in the process. We must not allow our hearts to be crushed in the process. Shauna, we sing this song together, joining in a chorus that will eventually grow and flow around this entire planet. In tone, frequency, and vibration, this chorus growing in size, growing in volume, until it's a full-blown symphony, unable to be ignored, demanding attention, demanding reconciliation. It is a divine plan, she said. She said here, today I muster up the gumption to speak my truth through you, Shauna, and to play my small part in this divine plan. It's such a relief knowing that the light has already won. But yet, here we are at this moment, Shauna, taking all the necessary actions to see this through. I said, yes, Queen Elizabeth, thank you for that. I said, I'm so honored and excited to help contribute in this way with you. I said, please continue whenever you're ready. And she said, Shauna, this feels complete for me today. I said, okay, thank you so much. All right, team. Yeah, we're bringing the darkness to the light. We're bringing what has been hidden to the forefront of our consciousness. No longer it can remain unconscious. It's got to become conscious so we can reconcile this. This is our reckoning. And we also are, through this idea of self-reflection, realizing that we are in accord with this negativity to some degree. On some level, we've said yes to this. And a lot of it is because we just don't know any better. It's that ignorance that they've talked about, exploiting our innocence, our ignorance around this, our lower states of consciousness. Well, they've worked very hard to help keep our consciousness as low as possible. So now we are learning about our sovereignty. We're learning about our freedom of choice. This knowledge is empowering. This knowledge is liberating. That's what we're doing here, guys. We're bringing this up so that we can be empowered to make different choices moving forward. We don't have to fall in line with this negative regime. We don't have to do what we've always done. We don't have to do what they tell us to do, how they tell us to do it. And it is not about damnation and even judging. I've been this negative reptilian many, many times. The Queen has as well. Most likely many of you as well. This is why we're all coming together as a united collective here, working specifically with this aspect of the ascension. So this is about love, and it's about truth and empowerment. So it's not about fear, although this is going to be a natural byproduct, as is anger, as Melchizedek has said in the past, fear and anger. And it's going to be hard even for us, for me, bringing the information forward. But they've worked really hard to help prepare us for this time. I've been working on this for 4.5 years, and it's finally here. This is finally happening. Hold on to your seats, guys. This year is going to be incredible. This springtime is going to be incredible. All right, so I think that's good for today. Thanks, everybody, for your beautiful comments, all your love and support, for liking the videos, for watching them, for subscribing. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate you so much. You're amazing. Don't ever forget that. Okay, team, I shall see y'all tomorrow. I love you. Mwah.